This coffee's got me.
Let's go. I'm feeling a little off. I'm a little down today.
You down?
A little down.
What's the matter, man? You all right?
Just not feeling it.
You need some fuel?
I don't know. Do I need some fuel?
Before we start the podcast, you know what I mean? Like, we got to get some energy going before we start talking about these movies. Take a shot.
Okay, hold on.
Here's some whiskey, Vader.
Who's that, God?
Cheers, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I am here.
Oh, look, MattVader70 THOR,
Dude!
the god of salt and metal, has joined us.
The god of salt and metal.
Mortals. How are you today? I have my Thor hammer and my whiskey.
What's going on, bro?
I'm here.
The
What is-
hammer of salt.
Let me ask you something.
What's that?
What is good in life?
Whiskey and women and nerdy movies.
Well, you know, it's funny you should ask him a question because I actually went out to the interwebs and asked people to send me questions to ask the god of
Oh my
salt.
God.
and
Oh,
thunder.
boy. What do we have? We got listener questions?
Yes, we have listener questions.
I am not here to trifle with your minuscule little questions.
Jude, he is the god of salt and thunder.
Well, even the god of salt and thunder needs to look pretty for the cameras.
What the hell is happening?
My God, I'm good looking.
All right.
Alex, have you ever seen a better looking Norse god?
I have not. He belongs on frickin' Norseman
It
for
is what it
sure.
is.
Look at that. Look at that sexy man.
Jude tried her best.
All right. What of our
I can only see out of one eye. I look amazing today.
what kind of listener questions do we have for the god of salt and thunder?
We have some very interesting questions. So the first question comes from someone named Silly Purdy 79.
Silly Purdy 79.
Yes.
That's a stupid name.
And Silly Purdy
It's
asks,
just a real person.
when we yawn, do deaf people think we're screaming?
When we yawn, do deaf people think we're screaming? Next question.
Okay. 70 Thor doesn't want to answer your puny question, I guess. Silly Purdy.
The answer is no.
All right. So our next question comes from a user named KimmyBobimmy334.
Again, stupid name.
And Kimmy asks, how do you throw away a garbage can?
Very carefully. You pick it up by both ends and you hurl it over your head and throw it as far as you can
Into a bigger trash
bigger
can.
garbage can. Yes. Yes.
Well, now that we've got that straightened out. Alex, do you have any questions for the god of salt and thunder?
The God of Salt and Thunder.
I like that. That's good shit. The
New
god
title.
of the god of salt and thunder.
Salt and Thunder.
What's the better movie? The Last Jedi or
Well, every movie is better than The Last Jedi.
The god has spoken.
The God Has Spoken? I can't argue with that.
There is no movie worse.
You only had 2 questions?
No, I have more questions.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a question for
No,
the
no.
god?
I want more listener questions.
Okay. So Killstreak7337 asks, if you buy a bigger bed, are you left with less bedroom or more bedroom?
What are these? The Riddler? What is the Batman villains ask these questions?
A bigger bed just means more space for the good times.
There you go.
The plundering?
There's no such thing as too much bed. It just makes more space for more women. What are you talking about?
All right. So we have another question, and this comes from Mimo271, and he says,
Mimo.
he says, who should I challenge to a home gang for the maximum return on my investment?
Well, the answer to that question is Matthew Kadish. Every single time.
Why me?
I was going to say like Elon Musk or
Because he has a
something.
nice house and a good woman.
I don't know. Does he like Roadhouse?
Oh, no, you can't win Jude. She has to choose.
Jude is not to be won. Was there other options to your question?
All right.
Even though I already answered it.
All right. So a user named Jim Jabroni8 says,
That's an awesome name.
Jim Jabroni.
he says,
Does he have the people's eyebrow?
I don't know.
Must be serious. Jim Jabroni.
He says, Hail Lord 70 Thor.
Hail.
Like many members of the Salty Nerd podcast, I am also a Las Vegas local. I was lucky enough to find a job during the lockdowns with a security company.
Oh.
One of the properties I was assigned to keep watch on while it was closed during the lockdown was Galaxy Theaters, a luxury theater chain here in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
My question to you, great and mighty 70 Thor, is does this make me a guardian of the galaxy?
Yes. And I salute you for it.
Do you now challenge him to home gang?
No.
Okay.
That would be an unfair home game, I think.
Nobody should challenge me to a home gang because I will win every time. I am a god.
And I will take your women.
I will take your women
And
your
put them in
money
my giant bed.
and your land.
Alex, do you have any more questions?
I'm tapped out, man. I'm laughing too much to freaking think.
All right, so we have one last user question. This one's
These are great.
This one's from Bevmo9. And he says, Oh, mighty 70 Thor, I am in a dispute with my neighbor in my village. He has a flock of 70 sheep. I have a flock of 50 sheep. During a storm, the fence between our farms broke and our herds got mixed up. I have less sheep, but my sheep are much healthier than his and will bring in a better price at the market. So my question to you, great and mighty God of Salt, is this. Assuming that my neighbor gets to pick his 70 sheep and I get to pick my 50 sheep from the mixed herds, how many of the sheep should we rape?
Kill the neighbor and take all the sheep.
That wasn't the question.
Home gang. It's the only answer.
120, I think, is
Kill
the
your
answer.
neighbor, kill
One.
your neighbor, and take all his sheep. There's no other way. But, you know, rape his wife, not his sheep.
Who are these people? Can't say that shit.
I can't say
Oh
that.
my god.
He's a god. He can say whatever he
I can
wants.
say whatever I want. Make demigods with his wife.
He's like, first, get a home gang with a guy with a big bed.
Oh my
All right,
god.
and you heard it here. Skall.
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 Hold on, I gotta get my shot. Skall. Thanks for listening to the Salty Nerd Podcast.
Well, before we go, Lord Thor, is there anything you would like to tell the puny mortals out there watching?
Subscribe to saltynerdpodcast.com. That's Salty Nerd Video on YouTube. Yes.
Yes. The god of thunder
I have
and salt has
spoken.
Salt and thunder. Cheers and stay salty, my friends.